Hello, my name is Jimmy Sean. I'm a student at Southern Nazarene University. I'm going to be giving a presentation over long term memory. So, what exactly is long term memory? So, long term memory is the memory process in the brain that takes short term memory storage and creates the long lasting memories. So, I'm going to be going over four basic teaching strategies for grades third through fifth. Um, those four basic teaching strategies are high standards, elaboration, feedback, active involvement in the learning process and projects, and frequent reviews through homework and testing. Uh, Teaching strategies, that encourage student engagement. They're shown to have deeper processing of the information, which achieve higher levels of the initial learning. That's associated with longer retention of that information. So first, we'll go over high standards. High standards is the standards that the teachers will hold, and then the students will hold for themselves. If the teacher sets those expectations of those high standards with the students, then they'll know what to expect. Also, you want those students to have those high standards for themselves. That way, they won't be content on settling, and maybe we'll try to work harder to achieve those higher grades. Second will be elaboration feedback. Adding new information with the existing knowledge, application of schemas, uh, and creation of a conclusion. So the material that is elaborated when first learned will be easier to recall later. Um, and so when you have the elaboration, it leads to a deeper understanding of the information. And that's just simply because the information is processed more and then kind of go over thoroughly. Then it kind of connects the new information that received with the existing knowledge and try to connect the two. Um, Also, active involvement in the learning projects. So, student involvement in the lesson planning, group exercises, and projects and class discussions. This is just another way to involve the kids in the holistic approach of the education projects process. And then frequent reviews and testing through homework and then standardized tests. So there's basically two types of practicing, and there's retrieval practice and there's interleaved practice. Um, so the interleaved practice is more involved of kind of mixing up how you're practicing, but ultimately having the same result. So it would be kind of similar to like if you're shooting a basketball, if you shot it, a layup just over and over and over, and you made those, you would just be good at layups, but holistically, you wouldn't just be good at basketball. Um, and then the retrieval practice is just kind of standardized practicing over. So the conclusion is the most effective way to increase retention of information uh, to build that long-term memory is to incorporate other learning strategies instead of just memorization. So memorization, is going to work in some cases. In some cases, it might be the only way to practice it is just kind of just to keep trying to memorize it. But in order to build that long term memory into the bank, incorporating different strategies will ultimately show a higher effective rate. Thank you.